Well, this right here is Pokemon Silver Edition. That was a joke, yes. Pokemon Silver Edition, can't get it to work. We're gonna do a little something I like to call open cart surgery, see if we can get this broken game working again. I was handed to this at Long Island Retro Gaming Expo in person.
My 10th birthday gift.
Oh no! I've have terrible luck. It's always Game Boy, but I'll try. I'll do the best I can anyway.
Get something with the connectors.
I have had that happen with the Pokemon Silver before too, but I guess we'll see.
Tried everything.
All right, so hopefully we can get this game working again. I have a few tricks up my sleeve, and I don't always have the best luck with Game Boy, but we can at least try. I don't have a tech background. I don't have an engineering degree. I don't have any of that. You can see clearly by the lack of placards on my wall here, looking around there. Got nothing. I mean, I have Genma Satome. That's kind of cool. But that's not gonna help me fix this. All right, I have the analog pocket, so I'll be using this for the tester, and we'll see what happens when I turn it on. Okay, play cartridge. Gonna give you an error screen, probably. Yep, there's the error screen. Okay, well, I do have my 1-up card that is slim enough to fit into a Game Boy cartridge like thus. Like thus. God, like thus. There you go. But I'm still gonna open it up anyway. And if you need your own custom John Riggs 1-up cards, link in the description below. Take it to the Amazon store, has everything. Single screw for Game Boy. This is kind of nice. It is the same screwdriver, the 3.8 that Nintendo games use, as Super Nintendo games and everything else. They probably just had the same screws. Like, well, let's just use those. A simple slide, that's all it is. Simple slide just like that. This will come off just like that. And here's what the game looks like. It's all on one side. There's nothing on the other side. Oh, I can even show you. There's nothing on the other side. Make sure these are nice and safe. Gotta go crazy eyes for a second. It kind of looked like it's been cleaned before. It's definitely been cleaned before. I see a couple scruffies. It will not hamper this from playing again. You can just kind of see that it looks like someone tried to do something with it, because there's some kind of back and forth lines. I know it's kind of hard to see. I don't know if I can really get an angle or a reflection or whatever, but you know. So I can try the 1-up card first. You know, in lieu of getting more 1-up card juice, I just kind of suck this up here. Just keep on using the same little thing here. Makes it easier for me. And when I say 1-up card juice, I'm just using isopropyl alcohol. Isopropyl. Right. Fluid on the fluid side. Okay. Fluid on the fluid side. And there's not much surface here, so it's kind of, I mean, you can kind of go back and forth like someone else did. Oh, I mean, again, like I said, I've never had a game not work because of that. I've heard people say, don't go back and forth, it's going against the grain, go with the grain, with the grain. We can do that. We'll try doing the with the grain too. How about that? The dry side's just gonna buff it out. Okay. Again, not much to buff. I will put it back together again. I'm not gonna screw it back in though. Screw it back in that. Slide, 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 and that's the back. Turn it on here. Please, baby, nope. I guess I don't have to keep turning it off. I can just put it in sleep mode or something. We do have Bright Boy, and I'll try that next. No, it's funny. I keep promoting these 1-up cards. It's like, oh, hey, these are great. They work. And then, like, I haven't got one to work on a game recently. Well, I mean, I do it all the time. Like, when I stream cleaning games and stuff on Twitch and stuff like that. But oftentimes, I reserve the open cart surgery type episodes for things that may have a little bit more problems. But I also do stream me cleaning and fixing broken games on Twitch too, if you want to follow me on Twitch. Bright Boy, metal polisher, and works great for cleaning the pins on your games. I like using it. There are several who might say don't, like Brasso, don't, and I would agree with that. This stuff, I really like it though. This doesn't seem to leave like that harsh residue. Does not, did I come out proper? It does not mean that there isn't anything there, even though you can't see it. So even though I'm gonna use this Bright Boy stuff on the pins here, I still want to take it back through with a 1-up card just to clean up anything on maybe I can't see. I just want to make double sure, because even if the game works and I put the stuff in there and everything, the residue might then stick to the inside of my Game Boy. In this case, my analog pocket. Don't want that. And I'm really just doing a little, you know. Now, other games like NES games and stuff like that, you have to do the other side too. But there's nothing on the other side. So I'm just gonna lightly. Don't have to be forceful about it. It ain't going anywhere. I mean, it's a Game Boy game. It's fragile. While I do this, a good time to let you know about some awesome conventions that are coming up here pretty soon. As of when you watch this coming weekend will be the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, October 14th through 16th, I believe. It's this coming weekend, though. Friday through Sunday. It's going to be awesome. Been 3 years since we've had the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. Can't wait. There's going to be they're bringing back the Blockbuster Gaming Tournament with Blockbuster's permission and approval and everything. At the end of October, I'm going to be in Nashville for Music City Multicon. My first time in Nashville ever. Looking forward to some hot chicken. Later on in November, you can find me at Really Rad Weekend in Destin, Florida. That's in the Panhandle. Just got my flight taken care of for that. The weekend before Christmas in Sacramento, California. I'm coming back for SAC Gamers Expo. Had a great time last year, coming back, doing it again this year. And I know it's still not for a few more months, but the end of March going into April in 2023 is Midwest Gaming Classic. And I've already confirmed myself that I will be there. So if you're looking for something to do, that kind of late March, early April, if you're in the Midwest, I'm telling you, Midwest Gaming Classic might be my favorite convention in the world. And I love Portland Retro Gaming Expo. That'll always hold a place in my heart. The other expos I've been to a lot of them. All of them are great. But there's something about Midwest Gaming Classic that is just amazing. It might be that barbecue place across the street, I'm not sure. It may be the fact that there's some awesome beer there too. I don't know. It's an awesome convention and definitely worth checking out if you can make it. All right, just did the Bright Boy. Took it back through with the 1-Up card. 1-Up card, I'm about to. 1-Up card. Second rap reference today. Wakey wakey. Okay, so play cartridge. Are we gonna have to pull out the soldering iron? Soldering iron it is. Well, well, well. Switch the angle here. And what I'm gonna do is touch up the solder points on this guy right here. Super small. Super small. And, but we can still do it. Got my hot soldering iron over here. And I'm not going to scrape up and down. You don't want to do that for sure. And I'm not adding any more solder to this. I just want to touch up these little pins just enough. It just breathes some extra life into them. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it works. And the game's already not working. So, I mean, may as well. And I know it's funny. I have, like, things that hold your circuit board in place. And they're really nice, too. But I still just prefer this old school method of just put it on this kind of thermal pad. So it's not going anywhere. And this thermal pad that I'm using, if you need one for yourself, again, link in the description to all my Amazon stuff. And again, like I said, I'm just barely touching it. Barely. Well, I need to barely touch a little bit more than that because I need to feel it. Just breathing new life with these little pins here. I'm going to start down here. My eyesight's not so good from this far away, so I'll do the best I can anyway. Yeah, just a little bit. You can kind of tell when the solder remelts. The solder's already on there. You're just kind of melting it, letting it flow like magma, like risotto. So a really nice car drives into a car shop. When that happens, an Irishman comes out. Overalls covered in grease and all that, you know. He's like, top of the morning to you. That's my Irish voice. Wealthy guy gets out of the car. Yes, fine, rather fine. Okay. Irishman says, oh, that's a mighty fine car you got there. Oh, yes, thank you, yes, I'm just quite fond of it myself, right? Yes. That's how fancy rich people talk. Yes. You kind of start talking about that a little bit, you know. Fun. The Irishman says, oh, well, mighty fine gentleman like yourself with a mighty fine car must have a mighty fine job. Oh yes, thank you. As a matter of fact, I work for Kinhard. And the Irishman says, hey, I work for Kinhard too. I don't have a car like that. And on that note, with a couple more dabs and a couple more dips, let's pop this back in and see if just touching these solder points with a hot soldering iron is all it needs to get this game working again. Here's hoping. Place this right in there. That sounded like Goofy when I said there. Listen to that back. Does that sound like Goofy? Let me know in the comments. And hit subscribe before this wakes up. Did you do it? Play cartridge. Wait a minute. Are you kidding me? This is like You know, I don't do open cart surgery as often as I used to. However, the last few times I've gotten games to work is just by touching the solder points to get these games working again. Again, like I said, that's step 3 for me. Step 4 is just doing an entire board replacement, which I would never do on a Game Boy game. I'm not that skilled. But that's amazing. Well, my friend, your game's working again. I am sending this back to you. Thank you for trusting me with your childhood game. And if you're down for open cart surgery, like I said, make sure you're subscribed. I've been doing these for years. Got a whole playlist for you, as well as more always on the way. Thank you for watching. I might play a little bit of this before we give it back. You know, just in case, before we sign out,